on the Cleetus McFarland YouTube channel.
What's going on, guys? Today we are going to be talking about the question I am asked the most about Leroy the Savage, and that is he street legal? Originally I planned this video to be me cruising in Leroy talking about if he's street legal on the street, but the sound resonates pretty bad in this video for whatever reason. I put the GoPros in the corner of the windows, and I normally have it in the center, and I don't know, it sounds terrible. So I'm going to be talking over the video, and I'll play some videos of us cruising through Nebraska with Leroy. So as far as Leroy being street legal, first let me give you some background on the car. If you remember back in really early March, it was actually March 1st, I bought Leroy as a salvage title car for $5,500. So Leroy does have a salvage title out of Texas. The car was rear-ended. We don't really know many details about the accident. We assume the original Leroy, the guy who ordered the car originally, was driving it and was in an accident, but there's only visible frame damage on the rear end of the car. So being that Leroy has a salvage title, the problem is that it needs to be converted to a prior salvage title or a rebuilt title. In Florida is what it'd be. For that process to work out, I would have to make Leroy completely safe for the roads again, and that involves a couple of things. I'd have to have working headlights, taillights, blinkers, side markers, and windshield wipers for starters. I don't know the rest of the gray area as far as airbags. We're running harnesses, things like that are a lot different from your typical street car. There's not that many details on the Florida DMV website that I could find as far as what all I need. But as far as getting Leroy licensed, the first step is getting the car inspected for normal and safe road use in Florida and getting that rebuilt title. If we were to get pulled over, I don't know what would happen. I would think Leroy would possibly get impounded, so that's part of the reason I don't very often drive it on the street anymore. At first, when we had the car, it wasn't as much of a worry to me because it was, $5,000 and we were just having a good time. If we got pulled over, I just bought it, I would have said I didn't know, but at this point it's pretty serious and I have a lot of money into the car, so it being impounded would really be a bad situation, so we don't do it as much. But going back to the deal with Florida, I would definitely have to get it moved to a rebuilt title. I do have headlights, taillights. I don't have side markers. Most of it works. The blinkers don't work for whatever reason. When the headlights were wired up to the regular headlight switch, when you turn on the blinker, the fuse would blow. So we just hardwired in the headlights for now. These are all things we can fix. I do have windshield wipers as well, and they actually clear the intake I have on the car. So it's one of the things that's higher on my list to get it moved to a rebuilt title. But that is the primary thing holding us back from Leroy being street legal. As far as the turbos being in your face and not having catalytic converters, I don't know what they would say about that. I can put a normal exhaust on the car, it's no problem. I can bolt on literally stock headers to those heads and run a catalytic converter. The car probably doesn't need to be running to go through inspection. If someone knows a lot of information about this, I'd love to hear an email from them, but yeah, as far as licensing, we're a little bit away from that just because I have to get Leroy moved to a rebuilt title, which I'll eventually do. Just, again, that takes time, and we've been so busy with the race lately, we just haven't gotten around to it. Other things that, don't make Leroy street legal is the fact that he has turbos, that obstruct the driver's view, as well as no catalytic converters, no doors. I don't know how all that stuff comes into play. I have asked an officer about the car before at a car meet. He said it just needs to have side markers, headlights, taillights. So, I don't know. We'll see down the line. I'm definitely going to work on getting Leroy licensed, insured, and able to be out on the streets legally. As far as all the other modifications go, we'll have to see what happens with that when the day comes that I finally get pulled over. But for now, we're definitely going to be keeping Leroy off the streets because sadly, he is not street legal. He is very far from it at this point. We get away with it a little bit because we use closed roads where there's really no cars around, and we kind of fly under the radar. It's not the right thing to do, and I want to get it right, sooner than later. So that's one of the things you guys will be able to look forward to in upcoming videos. But to end off this video, here is a couple of pulls that I did in Leroy with full volume because I'm sure you saw them and wanted to hear them. But otherwise, guys, thanks for watching. Do It for Dale. I hope I answered some questions, so I'll see you later.
Well, dang. Hope you enjoyed your time on the Cleetus McFarland YouTube channel. Check out some of our t-shirts. We've got the Do It for Dale t-shirt, the Do It for America t-shirt, and of course the Twin Turbskis t-shirt, all of which can be found in the link in the description below. If you liked what you saw, please subscribe and check out this video that we posted earlier this week.